Girl, it's what I heard. Allegedly, it's just the word. Allegedly, it's on the street. Allegedly, I sing to the beat. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly.
Okay, Charisse, let's see if you're interesting with good old thick tongue. Are you going to tell any of your own business or just focus on Karen cheating on her coot? So, Charisse, Bravo just used you to cast the show for free. They got you out here doing interviews in Starbucks, let you be on the show for a season, and then put you out. Sounds about white. Charisse said none of her married friends would do it because their husbands had too much money. So then when she said I had to go outside of Potomac, she called Giselle at her rental. So Karen got in by default. Adrian, the casting director, thought she knew Karen, and so Karen was shoehorned in. So you just gonna focus on Karen's business this whole time. You're not gonna tell us anything about yourself because you're boring. So she says Giselle knew Karen. Karen only knew her because she was trying to sit at her table during a charity ball. They don't feel some kind of way, but until you help cast booted you off. Well, clearly she's been begging to get back on so she can get back at Karen. I had no desire to be on the show. I was just trying to help my friend Adrian. So I didn't feel any kind of way. Girl, you born and you know it, clap your hands. So let me get this straight. Your husband said, we'll probably get a divorce if you go on the show, and you went on and did it anyway. But you don't care. Charisse, I don't know. You might have been broken when you did the show, but you was born. I'm sure a divorce is hard, but you back now and you're still a yawn. Yeah, since you didn't care about getting fired, why'd you bring your funky self back? Did you just want to show off your collection of shirt dresses? Because that's a secret Victoria could have kept. It wasn't like I was trying to get back on the show. Girl, it's a reality show, not a bus. You ain't gonna accidentally catch it. She's come back to have fun. She's the fun girl. What fun? What fun have you brought? All right, he's asking about the Karen Sugar tea. Okay, Carlos, let's get to it. He said, so you know some things about Karen Sugar. You allege that allegedly she was seeing a man with blue eyes. Karen is running away from her this season, but it's because she's boring and she's using Karen for a plot line. She can't cook up nothing else. Why doesn't she go after the gruesome twosome? Why she gotta try to kick Karen in the cooch? So Charisse says, well, you know, there had been rumors about this old black lady in Potomac for years, and then I finally realized the old black lady was Karen. Well, honey, are you a spring chicken? Because you're giving me mutton and not lamb. I really don't talk about people, Carlos, but let me tell you everything I heard about the heifer. Girl, Charisse said Karen is known for falling off bar stools and getting drunk at the local tavern in their village. The village of Potomac. So she brought up blue eyes because Karen called her a harlot. Well, I call you a heifer. Charisse said she wasn't having an affair during her marriage. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of men out there with a caterpillar fetish, but okay. But I don't think people talk about you, Charisse. We have forgotten about you. Nobody asked you to come back. I don't know why they brought you in. We wanted Katie Roast. So let's talk about the rest of the season with her and Karen. Will she chase her down? I mean, girl, you gotta run after Karen for a plot line. You ain't got nothing else to say. That's all we've talked about for the past 20 minutes and 27 seconds is you throwing shade at Karen, the old black lady. You have nothing else to say about anybody on the cast. You came for Karen. You were that bored. Damn, you need a man or something, a dog. Charisse, how has Karen made it her life to talk about you? She has not mentioned you since you've been off the show. So Carlos said, y'all seem like you really hate each other's guts. Where does that come from? From her calling you a harlot or you saying she's cheating on the Black Bill Gates? And Charisse says, I don't know. I think it's you putting her on blast. I think her coot does not want her coitus thrown in his cataract. So Charisse thought her and Karen were bonding over their parents passing. And she said Karen hadn't been a good friend because when Karen's parents passed, Charisse was there for her. But then when Charisse's parents passed, Karen wasn't there. Karen told her she wasn't a good friend on camera. And Karen's had a crick in her craw ever since. So wait a minute, you just said you and Karen are 2 years apart, but you calling her the old black lady even though her shape sits yours down. Even though her shape is 15 years younger than yours, actually 30. Karen walk around like a sharp 29-year-old and you look like a can of busted biscuits. So how you gonna call tight and right Karen Huger the old black lady when she looks like this and you look like that? She said Karen isn't a girl's girl because she's a grown woman, and maybe you should try that. So we do get to see Charisse and Karen face off because Karen's apparently lying about why she's mad at Charisse, and Charisse blacks out. But you really came to just fart with Karen. That is all we've talked about. Another 6 minutes of the Karen hour. Charisse came back with truth, and that's why Karen doesn't mess with her. Okay, well, let's see how much you know about her life because you haven't mentioned anything about your own. Oh, good, yes. Let's rewind to when Charisse said that she didn't have to hold Rob the Thug Dixon back all day, every day, because you know Rob's a thug. Charisse said, well, Wendy said stand in your truth, so Robyn stood up. Girl, you know that's a metaphor. She said she got up and stopped Rob because she's from Jersey. Girl, boom. Stop lying for your thug friend. So it seems like most of them don't like Wendy, and I have to agree with you. The way they treated her on that trip, you were more involved and included. Charisse said, I wish Wendy would just say things that you would have to Google rather than get Rob with the girls. That wouldn't work because those girls are too ignorant to Google. They are committed to their lack of understanding and their unintelligence and meager vocabulary. They're committed. They're not going to expand their mind. And even if they looked the word up, they still wouldn't have the reading comprehension to get the definition. Oh, Rob really used to like Wendy. Charisse said Rob used to call her and gush about Wendy. I'm not surprised. So, Carlos said, are we getting the authentic Wendy? And she said, I learned when she came on your show that she's trying to find herself, but you never said we were getting the authentic Wendy or not. It was just a tap dance with a little soft shoe. Child, would she consider going back to Potomac as a full-time wife? She ain't got enough plot for friend of. We are wrapping up the interview, and it was 30 minutes about Karen Huger, a quick recap of you sitting Rob the Thug down, and that's it. You never once mentioned anything you have going on in your life. No side projects, nothing. You've got a commitment to trifling. She said, I'm cool with being a friend of. I don't want to work that hard, and you ain't got that much to say. Charisse's top 5 for season 8 are... So she said I'd go with the original 5 just to be safe. I guess, I'd like Katie back, even if it means I'd have to look at you. I wonder what's thicker, your waist or Gabrissy's neck. All right, well, that was the shit, and I'ma see you soon for something.
Alleged what? Alleged who? Allegedly, allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.